in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome once again to HT's EDC. Coming at you from the easy chair. Still rehabbing an ankle here, so not getting out too far. Not just yet, anyways. But got a couple of cool knives that came in yesterday, and want to show those off to you this morning and see what y'all think about them. Hope everybody is doing well. Little bit of an apology yesterday. I really got off on a soapbox on one of my videos. Just had a lot on my heart and needed a little bit of perspective. And we have got that, and we are back at it today. And we are gonna. I owe you guys a video where we just get straight into some knives, and we don't talk for 10 minutes before that. So we're going to do that today. Just let everybody know real quick before I show those. New sticker is out. I have got those ready to go out now, and they are, if you want one of these, just hit me up on my email. I have got a good group of you guys so far that's already reached out. I am getting those. I am just trying to sit down and do them in waves. So I haven't sent very many out yet at all. A few on some trades I've done with some people. You know, I just go ahead and send them a new sticker. But all you guys that are sending them in, I'm getting those requests, and I'm gonna sit down and just kind of knock a bunch of them out at one time. So keep hitting me up on my emails, and we're going to get you taken care of. In the next day or so, I plan on sitting down and knocking out, you know, a bunch of them at one time, where I'm not just doing one here, two there. Every time somebody, you know, 2 or 3 people email me, you know, I'm going in there doing that. Maybe I should, but I'm the kind of guy that's just going to sit down and bang them out all at one time. So hit me up on email if you want those. Anyway, knife. We got a mail call yesterday, and we got 2 different knives, 2 different old school knives in. First one I'm going to show you is this little guy right here. I actually got in 3 yesterday, so I'm lying to you. Need to clean that up. I got in 3 yesterday, but I'm gonna give you all a break. I bet you I could give you 3 guesses of what pattern knife number 3 is that I got in the mail yesterday. Something tells me it would probably only take y'all 1. So anyway, I'm not going to inundate you guys every day with a folding hunter. I could show a folding hunter and talk about a folding hunter 366 days a year if they made a 366 day. But I'm not gonna. I know variety is the spice of life, and I do. I love all kinds of knives. Folding hunter is not the only knife in the world and the only knife I love, but did get one of those in yesterday. But we'll break that up. Not gonna just. I know you don't watch my channel just to see a folding hunter every day. So anyway, that was the 3rd knife that came in, but I'm going to show you the 2 little guys that came in yesterday. And the first one is this, kind of a little, well, we call that maybe a torpedo jack knife. And this is an old, and I don't know if we can get that to focus. Brother Dan, I'm going to try to hold it there, like you said, a little longer on these tang stamps. But I don't know how good that's focusing. But anyway, that says Imperial, what does that say? Providence, USA. I don't know. And then on the little guy, I think it has some patent numbers. Still got some oil on that. where I have cleaned this up a little bit. I don't know if you can make any of that out, but patent numbers on the little guy, and Imperial USA. Definitely got some cool grandpa teeners on this one. I have taken this. What have I done to this one since I've got it in? I have taken it. First thing I always do on old knives, you've probably heard me say this to nauseam, is I take it to my sink and I have a little nylon brush, and I get the old Dawn power wash spray, and I get after it. I wet it down, warm water, Dawn power wash, and I get in there and I go to scrubbing those channels, these blade channels in here, and anything loose that's on a blade, all in the pivot, the action up here, of the joints, and just clean everything out. I haven't got crazy on this one, but I wanted to. I'm actually gifting this one to Brother Dwayne. Shout out to you, Dwayne. That was awesome yesterday, buddy. You coming over and hanging out with me, having some coffee. If you guys hadn't seen that video, it's one video back. We had just a large time. Got out on the front porch and drunk some coffee, talked some deer, showed some knives. Just a good time. Dwayne is I know you guys get tired of me saying it, and yes, I am very prejudiced and biased when I say this because he is near and dear to my heart. But there's not a better fella on planet Earth that I've seen as far as character and just a good person as Dwayne, and I'm glad to call him a friend. So there. Now that I've embarrassed you some more, Dwayne. Anyway, this little guy is going to Dwayne. So I have Dawn power washed it. I have cleaned it out, dried it off. I have not cleaned all those channels as far as I haven't cleaned this up as if it be mine, that I was going to keep it, because I would of course get in there and polish all this inside, but it is clean. There is no more gunk in there, but I haven't polished these liners or got in there and polished any of that up and got crazy, and I haven't polished these brass liners inside or out. But what I have done is just took it to the sink, cleaned it out thoroughly, and I've put some oil on there. I've oiled all the joints, dried it out when I got done, dried it off good, and just went ahead and put some oil on here where it won't get any bad rust or whatever. And I'm gonna let Brother Dwayne do what he does to it as far as restoring it is to the level he wants to, because this is going to be his knife. And any two people that get a hold of a knife may look at it and say, man, I want to take it this far, I want to do this to it. Well, this is going to be Dwayne's knife, so you guys get it. I just cleaned it up for him and got a little oil on it, and it is check that out. Good little snap there. This guy here has a half stop. Look at that. Check that wall out. And Brother Dwayne, with a good cleaning and an oiling, we've already got a little life back in this dude. So, yeah. Got some kind of just plastic. They may be some fancy name for that, but they're plastic. The old Imperial plastic covers on this thing. I don't even think these are nickel silver bolsters. I believe they're just like a pressed metal. These were budget knives, USA made budget beater knives, banger knife, whatever. Before the term banger or beater even came around. These were your beaters back in the day. Just drop them in the pocket, and believe it or not, you could say, hey, they're just plastic, they're pressed metal. These things, why do they still look like this? That is a testament, folks, of, we get all hung up on nickel, silver, brass. Is it S30V? Is it the newest, latest, and greatest this or that? They threw these things together back then in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and used some of the cheapest stuff, honestly, that was probably around to manufacture these things. You could put an edge on this and throw it in your pocket today in 2024 and rock this as a carry. So there's a lot to be said about a budget knife, and does a knife have to be made of the most pristine components to work and to have longevity? You tell me. This thing, some of these little colonials, these Imperials, the Frontier stuff, they just last. It's kind of crazy how well they hold up for the components used in them. But anyway, little again, I would call it like a little torpedo jack. Dwayne collects these. He is a big colonial and imperial knife collector. He digs these dudes, and when I got this one in, I was like, yeah, this is going to go to Dwayne. He would really be tickled over this little guy. So Dwayne, next time I see you, it is ready for delivery, buddy. So one last time, nice half stop, and yes, sir. Little Imperial torpedo jack. And we have one more here. Number two out of the three that I got yesterday. And this is the one that I'm really excited on. And I am definitely keeping for myself. And that is this guy. We have another camp knife, and this is an old Pal Cutlery. This is my second one of these. I believe, was it Brother Jason? I know Jason gave me, did he give me both of my Pals? Or did I? I think he did. I think Jason, Ozark boy, shout out. And I'm sorry, I'm having brain freeze here. He started me out my little Pal Cutlery sub collection. He gave me a little easy open jack, and that thing is just cool, really cool. And he sent me that one, and I believe I'm 95% sure he sent me another one of these. The one he sent me, the only difference here is it has a shield on the outside right here on the show side. It has a shield saying Pal Cutlery on it, and this one here is shieldless. But this one is an old eBay find, and I fell in love with it. So, you know, when he sent me those first couple, and especially these little cigar jack camp knives, I love anything on the cigar pattern, cigar frame, and I love these little camp knives. So shout out to Brother Jason. You got me going down this rabbit trail that I actually went and found one of these on my own and got my own in my collection. And let's take a look at this thing. This thing has cleaned up excellent. Just like that other one, did the same thing. Actually took them to the sink together at the same time, cleaned them up with a Dawn power wash. And this one being it's going to stay in my collection, we took it on and we have polished up those. Check out that channel there. That channel was really gunked up and black and pretty gnarly down in there when I got it. But we have got that all cleaned out. And check out, you have heard us talk about grandpa Teeners. Oh my goodness, this joker has it in spades. Look at the nice brass gold looking liners. That is your brass. And sandwiched between all that gold and brass there, look at that beautiful charcoal gray springs, back springs. And that is what we call granddaddy, grandpa Teeners. And the same thing goes on these blades. Look at those charcoal blades on this dude. Now this, I have taken this and I have polished them somewhat, you know, got off any kind of surface. There wasn't really rust on here, but anything that would come off, I have hit this lightly polished these blades and these tools on it. But man, you don't want to lose that color. If you're me, you don't. You know, if you're anything like me, that is cooler than creek water, to steal Brother Dwayne's analogy. Look at that gray. All the blades, all the tools, nice and just a charcoal gray. You like it? I love it. I just do. I think it's got so much character. And like I said, all the brass parts shined up and cleaned really well. We've hit these bolsters. You know, they're not. This thing is quite old. Me and Jason have been kind of going around about exactly how old this is, and I know the one that he gave me. Well, let me back that up. I don't know. I believe the first one, that little easy open jack he gave me, and I'll get this out of the way where we can show you a tang stamp here, was a 19, we looked it up, it was like a 1935 through a 43, because that tang stamp is a little different than my two camp knives. The easy open jack, it said like Pal Blade Co., and this one says Pal Cutlery Company. Anyway, it was two different tang stamps, and I believe that first one was 1934 through 43. Don't quote me on that, please don't. I'm saying think. We went round and around trying to find, or I have tried to find that tang stamp chart for Pal Cutlery, and for the life of me, and of course now that I had all their tang stamps at one point. And for the life of me, when I wanted to look this up and tell y'all definitively how old this was, you guessed it, I can't find it now. So anyway, maybe you guys could tell me if we can get that to focus. Brother Dan, I'm going to try to hold it there for you. And I don't know how well that's focusing. But anyway, it is the rounded, the crowned tang stamp that says Pal Cutlery Co. Man, I can't read. My lighting in here ain't great. Pal Cutlery Co. Made in USA. Anyway, we'll set it up there one more time. See if you guys can see that. And if you guys know this tang stamp, know those dates, drop it down in the comments, and that'll be awesome. But both of my camp knives are this same tang stamp. So we believe that the easy open jack was the oldest, that it was probably that 34 through 43. So this is probably like a 44 through 50 something. The next tang stamp in line, I believe this is a little newer, but still we're talking about a 70-year-old, 70-year-old knife here, irregardless. So the old awl, of course, we had all the tools out there. The can opener, the bottle opener has a nice awl on it that's still in real good shape. And this thing is sticky. I'm talking about Jolly Rancher in your pocket all day on a summer day, sticky sharp. That carbon steel, the way the thinness that they ground these blades. I mean, look at that blade stock. If I stop kicking the camera, just a thin blade stock to start with, and then a flat grind. This thing comes down, and it is a little saber, little laser beam behind the edge, and it takes a wicked edge. So, show it to you in hand. Everything you need, not much you don't. I can get, passes the HT 4-finger check 4-finger challenge. Again, not much coming out the back, but I definitely, the old pinky has a landing spot there on it, and yeah, and I know it shows up better when I do it. If I get choked up here kind of on that choil with my left hand, you can see pretty much all that bolster, but any way you grab it, it's got good thickness, it's good and broad across the back, and just feels like something in your hand, feels like a really good, confidence-inspiring pocket knife. And I just love these little camp knives. I do. And half stop on it. We still have some work on that. It is very, we really don't have a half stop right now. You can push it into half stop, but it's not, there's no, like right now, it should be springing back. And I have oiled this. Maybe with use and some more working and some more oil, I will get that half stop back. But it does, however, have a decent little spring coming open into full open and into full close. Half stop right now is just, I mean, it goes into a half stop, but there's no spring. There's no wall there. You pull it this way, you pull it that way, and it bounces back. It's tired. It's tired, folks. It's a 70-something-year-old pocket knife, but I love it. I will 100%. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tote this today. We're here in the house, just me and Abs over here are just kicking it, watching some YouTube videos, some of you guys' videos, and I think we will just we'll throw that in the pocket today, and that will be my what you toting also. Love these things. But anyway, that's what we got for you today. Thank you guys for watching, and we're going to get out of here and see y'all on the next one. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HG's EDC.